going to talk about decentering men and why the decentering men movement is going to fade out. So when she's talking about that, she's talking about the 4B movement going on in Korea. All right, where they're all right. Well, for one, it's not really a movement. It's really how can I say? It's a small group of women who are basically saying that they're abstaining from. It's supposed to be 4Bs. I forget what they stand for, but basically, it's birth. It's basically having relations with men, having any kind of relationships with men, being attractive. They do things to make themselves look very unattractive, and it's for the sake of, how can I say? It's basically like celibacy. It's celibacy. It's in so many words. It's nothing. I don't know how else to put it, but they're actually a radical movement. It's not really a thing that women are doing as a whole, because it's supposed to be a protest against what it really is their brand of feminism rising up over there, right? Shout out to Crimson Cure. She makes this really good point about how feminism destabilizes a nation, because for one, everything gets reversed. You got to realize that we really can't have harmony, right? If we don't have families. I mean, and I'll just leave it at that. We can't have any kind of harmony. We can't really have anything without a mother and a father, and mostly male leadership at the helm. There can be no success without male leadership. That's one of the main reasons why Black people have failed in the last 20 years, is because the men and the women just really misunderstand the importance of male leadership. Y'all really are not going to win, have long-term success without male leadership. And you see that with all these different things. I mean, mostly because, for one, the man can handle the pressure. Two, he's able to not become emotional or become afraid, okay, when put in tough situations. Also, again, just mentally, just spiritually and mentally, men are built for that, because there's a lot of abuse that comes with leadership. All right. Also, too, those women who believe in the feminist agenda, they raise the boys and girls to be the kind of individuals that can't come together and make a good family, because he don't know his place and you don't know your place, and the woman don't know her place. All right. And again, but essentially, one of the main reasons why it destabilizes the nation is because it makes the men weak. It makes the men lax, makes them weak, because in a culture like that, there's constant encouragement for men to think and act more like women. You know what I'm saying? And think about women more. And I hate to say this shit and whatnot, but again, every point in my life when I leveled up, it was when I didn't have a woman around me. That's a man's existence, all right? In relationships, I mean, it's for the fellas and for the young guys too. And your relationship is supposed to be her looking up to you. All right, her focus, you focus on what you got to do. She's focused on you. That's why again, it's just best to get into a marriage, a long-lasting marriage. For men and women, it's best to get into a long-lasting marriage and stay in the damn marriage. Let me tell you something. If they change these laws, and which is about to happen, because they're realizing that, especially with white people, you're going to have more white people. It's less white babies being born. So if the white women are not having children, or they're getting rid of their children, and the young white men feel like, all right, well, I'm not going to be the head of family no way, or this seems to be a waste of my time to try to date because this person resents me, or just, and basically all they hear online all day every day is that if you're a regular person, you don't matter, we do not see you. And unfortunately, that's how women are always like that. Women only kind of think about the men they like and the men that they see as top of the line, upper echelon. You know what I mean? Even like you always hear it when you hear women talk about relationships. Like, for example, I read a story today. I think there was like it was written out, right? And it said, why are you single? And she writes, because I don't want to date someone who's dating 6 other people. And it's like, fam, there's definitely a lot of good looking guys who got their stuff together and are good guys. They are not dating foul. They aren't dating, but you always hear this complaint from women about how the men that they want to date, right? How he has all these other options. And it's like, well, he's not the not the only one there. But anywho, well, I'm on a bit of a tangent, but it just causes a lot of issues. A lot of issues when it comes to just men and women coming together. But anywho, so I wanted to touch on that so we can kind of get a nice little backdrop for what the young lady is talking about with this 4B movement or the decentering men movement. The last thing I'm going to say about it is this is like what this right here is a good example of women. First of all, men have acquiesced and try so hard to understand women and sympathize with women, have empathy for women over the years to the point where women have really bought into the idea that you are a perpetual victim, even if nothing is happening to you. To the point where you, for one, you listen to women who spout pretty much lesbian rhetoric. These are lesbian thoughts. You're decentering men to do what? I argue, listen, a lot of this shit started with some lesbians. This is just some ill game from the stud homie. A lot of this shit is just ill game from the stud homie because who really wants you to get away from your man? You know what I mean? And also to also be thinking about the fact that, you know, I feel like people on the left also support this shit because it keeps the elites, right? It keeps poor people poor. Because again, if y'all don't have two income households, if and basically everyone y'all all struggling, you'll stand in a perpetual state of struggle because y'all buy into just the wrong mindset. You got so many regular and poor people who are leftist or Democrat or whatever. And I say that mostly so you know who I'm talking about. I don't have anything against anyone. I don't really necessarily align with only any party really. You know what I'm saying? I just know what my interests are, to be clear. You know what I'm saying? But people who lean on that side, and that's mostly black folks, you know, you hear these stupid conversations online. 50-50, this and that. Like I saw a video earlier, and I'm like, God damn, it's a video with this black girl talking about basically just lying to women about how white men treat them better. And it's like, fam, we got the numbers now. 1% of white men are married to y'all. 1%. 1% of them. Between 1% and 3%. Basically none. That basically that means if I said I invited 1,000 people out and 1% of them came out, you basically say that means that no one came out. Then that means that you basically should have just canceled that shit. I had sauerkraut earlier. All right, here we go. Let's get to the video. Fair use. Shout out to Average Man Unplugged.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I think that the decentering men movement is going.
Listen, no disrespect to her. This right here is the ultimate, this is Super Saiyan lesbian right here. This is Super Saiyan woke lesbian. This chick right here, she'll definitely ask to peg you. She'll try to take you down to peg. This is the girl that's into the real freaky stuff. Okay, like she wants to challenge all your boundaries. You understand? All right, I'm sorry, I had to say that.
To taper in the next couple of years. And I'm speaking as one of the people who was the first creators to talk about it, to discuss it, to put it out in the world, what this topic is and how to do it. As someone who is a big proponent of it, I know that it's going to taper because we're under economic instability. And usually when we're under economic instability, women are the first group to be purged from organizations. And when they are purged, they go back to what they know, and that's attaching themselves to men so that they can have some financial and fiscal stability. And so I think in the next few years, we're going to see a lot of the conversation talk about love as a desire, love as a need, love as a human need. We're going to see a lot more trad wife content, which we're already seeing, but you're going to start seeing a new wave of talking points that push you away from being autonomous or having any type of autonomy.
So this right here, no disrespect to her, but this is an insane person. Let me explain to you what she's saying. It makes me sad because like women who are unsuccessful in relationships, and for the most part, women are unsuccessful in relationships because you don't look for, you're not attracted to the good qualities in a man. You're not attracted to him being respectful. You're not attracted to him being hardworking. You're not attracted to him being a good son. Not attracted to him being a good brother. You're not attracted to him being a good friend. You're not attracted to the fact that he keeps his word. You're not attracted to the fact that he's reliable. Not attracted to, you got women who come online saying, I had a man who was handsome. He had a good job. Matter of fact, hold on. What happened? What? Here we go again. All right, so well, that kind of throws off the whole show, but whatever. Anyway, so this is the clip right here, man. So I want to share this real quick, and we'll build on this real quick. Where it is. Thought I hit share. 1 second, my good friends. No, I was just on it. Well, whatever. And I went through all that so I can show y'all this, but whatever.
A woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And
right.
Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like he could be funny, but he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out. Sometimes
them kind of conversations, for one, it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not even, it's hard to even, it's not funny. When she said not the right man for you, more than ever, we realize now women really need assistance when it comes to making serious decisions. Again, shout out to Crimson Cure. There are so many parallels in the care and support and the way that, in terms of mentality and thinking and processing things and emotional maturity between women and children. No matter how smart or mature a teenager is, they still need a certain level of support, a certain level of just help and advice and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you see with women, this is their decision making. So essentially, you are the person who has a good job. Hold on. Let me show you who they are. Let me show you. Hold on. You're this person.
Do for a living, actually. I was gonna say I love your outfit, but what do you do for a living?
I work for USDA.
Really? What do you love about your job?
Not shit.
Nothing? Why is that?
It's not something that I want to do.
What are you passionate about?
I sing.
You sing? You have any vocals in you or no?
Yeah, I can sing.
What's your favorite line that you normally keep on the spot right now? This is your time right now.
I don't know.
I need something out of you.
When she did the pause, I thought that, first of all, when he does this, it's usually someone who's popping or has social media. Usually when they do this, like random stopping people in the street stuff, and they ask them what they do, the person usually does something that's pretty cool, or they have this is, but it's the perfect metaphor for this is how good men have made the world. Men have made the world so efficient and so good that she has a good job. And I know we don't pay $1 million or nothing like that, but she probably make more than most women being a mail carrier. I'm saying, I know it ain't everything, but she make at least $50,000 a year, or probably a little more than that. All right. And it's like, damn, these people make sure that her cell phone, if she got a car, whatever bill she got, that job provides her with what she needs so she can take care of herself and so she ain't homeless. Someone asks you what you did, and I can see you saying, well, it's not my passion and whatnot. the first thing she said is something that I don't want to be doing. Let's see how this ends.
You don't know?
So many songs that go through my head.
How about this? If you have one advice to give to the world, what would it be?
Don't ever give up on yourself.
Fire.
Because you never know what just take the cake.
Okay, cool. One last one. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I'm gonna be bigger than Beyonce.
Fire. Let's make that happen. I see.
Fam. I'm back. Let me tell y'all something, man. Being ungrateful is not cute. This is why you don't have nothing. And my OG said to me, I'm grateful for my toothbrush. I'm grateful for my toothbrush every time I drive to work. And I park that car and I go to my job. I'm like, man, super grateful. Set myself up lovely. I was saying to my homeboy the other day, I said, yo, man, I got to humble myself. I'm like, yo, the era in my life where I'm like, damn, it's like the most broke I've ever been. It's still me doing and having things that most men are not going to have. And it's still achieving things that most men are not going to achieve. I remember one day the other day, I said, man, this is when my mindset changed, man. I had to realize, yo, try to check myself. I'm like, I told my son the other day, I said, yo, we gotta be grateful that we can do Instacart. Because I'm like, damn, because I can do this. There's no limits on how many hours I can do this. You know, it may not always, turn out the big bucks, but if I go out here every day and whatnot, I can make money on demand. That's amazing. And at any given time, I can get one of those big orders. For the most part, people don't win because they don't employ the right strategy and they're not willing to make sacrifices. I'll say, yo, you're going to have to put yourself on a different streaming schedule. I mean, different like this recording schedule. Because I do this content every day, just about. I do I give out at least 4 shows a week. You know what I'm saying? If not 5. Something. Do something. You know what I mean? If I'm not putting up mad shorts and whatnot, I think last week was the only time where I wasn't doing a lot of long videos. But in terms of just sacrificing the strategy, I say, yo, bro, you got to get out there when the money's out there, which is at nighttime. If you want to make money doing Instacart, you got to get out there between 5 and 10. That's when people order groceries the most. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you go to an area where I live in the city. You know what I mean? So the surrounding suburbs is still a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you're going to have to use a different strategy. You got to get out there when the getting is good. If you want to make money. And I'm like, yo, I got to be grateful for that. Now, for someone like myself who felt like they came so far in life,